LeSean McCoy. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Now he's going to go deep down the left. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Easy. They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. They'll go again to McCoy. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Offense in a little bit of a bind here. 9 yards to go on 3rd down.
Hurry up. We got 4.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And down he'll go at the 25. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. And they'll run it with McCoy. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. LeSean McCoy, 75 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And he's got it up and through. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And here now the offense heading back out there.
Lucky, lucky, lucky.
White Monday. Down.
Okay, double
Loose
up,
right,
double
Chief.
up, double up. Wide, wide, wide. Get
Low,
wide.
low, low. Raider 1. Down.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
Watch left.
Get set. Wide 85. 93. Five down. What's up?
Switch.
Raider
Switch.
2. 93. Blue 80.
On second down, here's Carr. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Check 99. Check 99.
Easy,
Whip,
easy.
whip.
Kill,
Whip.
kill. Down.
Watch the whip.
But 5-man box.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now they're dealing with second and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
White
I got
Monday.
number 80. I got number 80.
Purdue. OP. Get down. Get down. 29.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
On third and long, it's Carr.
Yeah, baby.
Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was third and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
So they bring out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Here's Beckham. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Green 18. 850. Green 18.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Time running out here on the play clock. Now they'll try and run the sweep to McCoy. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back to Heinz Field after this.
Watch tight end. Hey, 4 down.
Green 18.
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. play clock winding down. So that'll back them up 5. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12.
Check 31.
After the penalty, it's McCoy. He finds an opening past the 40, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy. Big edge, big edge, big edge.
Get reset. Hey,
Check 26, check 26.
26. Easy.
This is McCoy. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Get reset. Hey,
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There was a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it 2 different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Rodgers in control as he hurries his guys to the line. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He completes it to Bryant. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
To throw is Rodgers. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
On 3rd down, here's McCoy. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So on 4th down here, Mike Tomlin says, let's just get 3. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And Zerline's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they kick it through to take the lead. There is a little bit of time left, though, here in the 2nd quarter.
And while they're concerned about not giving up a big return or giving up points themselves going into the half, how good do they feel, though, putting points on the board themselves right near the end of the first half?
Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Bunch. Gotta get the point. Get on the point right here.
Easy. Kill. Down.
Watch 20, check 20.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Check 37.
Get set. Blue 80.
Let's go. Game time.
What's up?
Carr to throw on 2nd down. Going for the deep ball. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Monday, down.
184.
Mike 54.
Looking to throw on second down. Carr, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
Because you're right, they have had no room to breathe.
You gonna get this, boy? You think you later one? Later two.
Check nickel.
Throwing on third and long. Carr. He's letting it fly for Cooks. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on fourth down. And now before they run this fourth down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And they bring their punter out there now as he'll kick it away for the second time. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Fielded at the 33. Now, a nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense,
got the lead. Yeah.
we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know, when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
Watch tight.
See, Mike, box
Tight
it,
end
box
right,
it,
tight
box
end
it.
right.
158.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
No. Mike 50, huh? Jumbo!
Go.
Go.
Now the toss is to McCoy running right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 15. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Throwing is Rodgers. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Operating from the gun, Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and this is picked up by the defense. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, 10, and it's a touchdown.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't
And a
ready.
big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. But how about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
And that makes it 14-10. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On the counter, here's McCoy. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And the Steelers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
319. Let's go. Easy.
To throw is Rodgers, operating from the gun. He may try and run for this. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
They'll run it with McCoy. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well.
Boom! Yeah, baby!
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. The play clock's running down.
319.
McCoy. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. Try to lay one up deep. And that is incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48.
Left.
Raider 8.
You got nothing today.
Monday, down.
They'll run the end around. This is Cooks. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice.
Easy. Kill.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's it. Big hit.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11.
But 5-man ball.
Check 49.
Down. You wide 8.
Right there.
Now they'll throw with Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Moss. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Second and 5.
Feels left.
But
All right. Here we go. Let's go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Watch left.
Raider 8. Down. Go 80. Express. Listen,
On 3rd down, that's Sanders. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
Double tight. Even. 4 down. Even.
Down.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee.
Let's go, D.
That's hot.
Carr down to a knee, and that ought to just about do it. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.